What's up, guys? Crypto Muser here with your daily news and analysis in the crypto markets. And guys, just have to put this out there in the beginning of the video. My man Tom Brady is back. As you guys probably know, I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up watching Tom Brady play for 22 years, more than half of my life. So when he retired, it was a big hit. Obviously, and I was, so upset, and I'm not gonna be able to watch this guy. I've been watching this guy for 22 years. I can't believe he's gone. I was so upset. Me and Crypto Lifer, also from Massachusetts, we've been talking about how much he meant to us and how much he inspired us growing up. But then last night, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke when I went through it. I was like, someone hack his account? Like, this is no way. This is right? He just retired a month ago, and now he's back, right? Oh my God, I couldn't be more happy. But, even Tony Edward out here, the GOAT is back. I mean, I couldn't be more psyched about this new NFL season. I know even a lot of people, maybe you're not NFL fans or football fans, but I am. I love it, and I can't wait to watch him win another Super Bowl this year, right? So this is what he said. These past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, so I just had to throw that out there before the video, guys, just because how pumped I am this morning. Obviously, you can probably tell how excited I am about this, but I'm also excited about the crypto market. So let's get into it. But before I do, if you guys could please hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, will be very much appreciated, guys. But let's get right into the video. So first, I have a update in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. I was on the Crypto Lifer channel yesterday talking about the case, talking about other things involved in the market today. But we talked about that fair notice strike of the fair notice defense by the lawyer or the judge yesterday, and then this morning. Lo and behold, what do we get? The SEC has filed a motion for extension of time until March 18, 2022 to respond to Ripple's motion to strike the supplemental expert report. Ripple will then file its reply to the SEC by March 24th, 2022. So I know this looks like it's another extension by the SEC, which it is, but it's only a 2-day extension. Like, this is how, small-minded the SEC is getting now. It's like they need an extra 2 days to, come out with a response to this, Ripple's motion to strike the supplemental expert report. Like, do you really need an extra 2 days? I mean, they will take any extension of time they can get. I mean, this is the game they're playing, right? This is the power the SEC has left. We talked about in my last video about how basically, or 100%, the SEC is dead in the water in this case. Ripple will win this case, either settlement or if they take it all the way, which I do not believe that will happen, but it's 100% now, right? The SEC is going to lose this case. So what the SEC, the only power the SEC has left is this delay tactic they've been using for over 8 months now. This case should have ended last year around September, but the fact that we're here in the middle of March, right, of the next year in 2022, and we're still going through filings and news in this case is just beyond me, right? And it all has to do with the SEC using this delay tactic to keep hurting Ripple. Obviously, what that does is it hurts Ripple's business in the U.S. because they can't do business in the U.S. as they're in this lawsuit, and also the amount of lawyer fees and court fees and all these things involved in this case. It's definitely, any other company would be dead in the water if they had to go through this grueling process of spending all this money on these attorneys. These attorneys that Ripple have, these are the most expensive attorneys in the country. So it's not, it's definitely costing them a lot. But the good thing about Ripple is they got plenty of money, right? And the fact is they can sell. The funny thing about this is they can sell XRP to fund their legal fight, which is funny because if the SEC actually thought that XRP was a security, they would have sought an injunction in the beginning of the case and stopped the sale of XRP by Ripple and, Jed McCaleb or whoever else out there was selling XRP, but they did not. So that goes to show that they don't think XRP is a security. This was always about a power grab from day one. Gary Gensler thought it would be a slam dunk victory, I think, and it would going after the third biggest crypto in the world, that would put some fear in the market. But guess what? They went after the wrong company. And Ripple has shown that from day one that they were battling. They were going to make this battle for all crypto and obviously for XRP. So, like I said, another extension. But what else is new, right? At this point, with this extension the delay tactic the SEC uses, I want to say that a settlement could be any day now, but I just don't see the SEC really agreeing to a settlement until they have to, right? Until they are forced to this is the last, delay you can use. This is the last time. This is like those 63 emails we talk about with the Hinman speech. As soon as they are forced to turn over those emails, I think that's when you get a settlement. So I think that, and the sad thing about that is those emails, the filing from those emails should come down any day now from Judge Netburn, the first judge. So as soon as she comes out with that filing or that ruling, which I think it will go in Ripple's favor, the SEC can delay or appeal that to the top judge, Judge Torres. And then when Judge Torres comes with her ruling on that, which I'm sure she will rule in favor of Ripple getting those emails, then the SEC can then appeal again to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. So this is the tactic that the SEC can use, and this is what I think they will use, because why not, right? This is the only power they have in these settlement talks, is this delay tactic. So as much as I want to say this will, settle in the next week or so, but I just don't see it. I see, at least, a month and a half. So where are we at now? We're in March, middle of March. So, sometime in May. I mean, we've waited a year and 3-4 months. What's another month and a half, right, guys? We know we're going to win. That's the great thing about it. So, anybody out there that's waiting for a settlement to buy XRP, probably not the best idea. The whole, buy the rumor, sell the news. The rumors are out there. The rumors, I wouldn't even call them rumors now, that Ripple will win this. So, we're still, at great levels. The altcoins right now it's screaming buys out there for altcoins. I can't even, it's insane the prices. You can get the discount prices. You get these altcoins right now. So, not financial advice, obviously, but, XRP at 76 cents, that's a steal. But anyway, let's get into the next thing I want to talk about here. So this is John Deaton. He posted this, and I think this is along the lines of what I was just talking about here. And this is what he thinks about everything going on with the case. So John Deaton tweeted out, there's a valid reason XRP holders are celebrating the judge's denial of the motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. Critics fail to see the big picture and instead focus on legal nuance. The reason XRP holders are celebrating is because they believe Gary Gensler will not risk a decision by the court finding the SEC's own lack of clarity, inconsistency, and confusion related to regulating the digital asset space caused a lack of fair notice to the market. If the court were to make such a finding, and that's a big if, it could have a huge impact on the SEC's ability to regulate the space. XRP holders see two possible options for Gensler. Option number one, Gensler can achieve a settlement for a significant sum, like 100 million, 200 million, a huge sum that would look like a big victory for the SEC, right? Thus providing him a huge public victory, in quotations, with bragging rights, allowing him to say that he held Ripple accountable for the sales of XRP as a security, in quotations, during the early years, anywhere from 2013 to maybe 2016, right? While also allowing innovation to move forward, right? That would be a win-win for the SEC and Ripple, right? Ripple would be move forward with business. XRP would have clarity, but in the public sphere, Gary Gensler and the SEC can, claim victory to the public, but obviously everybody in the crypto community would know the real deal. But that's the best thing that I think that I see that Gary Gensler and the SEC could do. Number two. Risk a ruling which at best will embolden other projects in the space to fight the SEC, or at worst, relegate its jurisdiction to ICOs only. Many believe he will choose the first option and not risk a huge loss. He could claim victory while focusing on his next crypto target. So, I could not believe that the SEC would actually take this the whole way and risk losing to Ripple. Because if they lose to Ripple, if they take it the whole way and lose to Ripple, that means like game over for SEC. You can't come after any other crypto. Basically, you can only go after ICOs, and crypto companies will figure out another way to fund their platforms or grow up their platforms so that they can't get attacked by the SEC. So it doesn't make much sense for the SEC to just risk all their power in this one lawsuit, right? So take the settlement, give them a huge fine, save face, and then move on to go after other cryptocurrency platforms or whatever you want to do. But I mean, no matter what, SEC is losing some power in this lawsuit. But why risk losing all your power? So this is what John Deaton's saying here, and it just makes no sense if they would take this the whole way. So that's why I see a settlement coming. And even with those 63 emails with the Hinman speech, there's no way the SEC hands those over. So, I mean, a settlement, like I said, a settlement is coming, but the timeline of that settlement is where it's questionable, and we can speculate because, they can delay until a certain point, and then that's it, right? So, next thing I want to talk about. So, this is BTC Fuel. He tweeted this out. The weekly Bitcoin dominance is showing wicks after an uptrend. This means it could be topping as a consequence. Alt season could be on its way. If no reversal yet, I expect a retest of that purple line. And that purple line basically puts it up at like about 44-45% Bitcoin dominance. So let's just zoom in here. I've been talking about this for a long time, actually, with Bitcoin dominance. Even Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance together, they're looking the same. So anybody that reads charts and is a TA guy out there, my crypto lifers, if you're watching this, what does this pattern look like? Does it look like a bullish pattern to you? No, right? Is that a descending triangle, or what do they call it? I think it's descending triangle. I don't know, my TA skills aren't that up to date, but anybody out there in the crypto lifer channel or people that know TA, that is a bearish pattern. I think it's 68% of the time this thing falls, right? Yes, I could see a retest up at this level here, right? And then we could see a steep drop. And what would that do? If Bitcoin dominance fell, and like I said, Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance are kind of looking the same here, if they're together. If Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance fell, what do you think that would do to the altcoins? That would be a start of an altcoin season. And we've been talking about this alt season for a while now. And, what leads to an alt season usually is the top Bitcoin comes in, right? And then we have our first initial fall, which we've had obviously in the last 4 months. We've seen a just downtrend all the way down. We haven't had a retrace, right? In every Bitcoin top we have initial fall and then a retrace back up to those like 702 fib levels, right? We haven't had a retrace yet. And a lot of people out there are saying, oh, this time is different. We're just going to fall all the way down to 15,000 and then make our way back up in a new bull season. When people say this time is different, I just never buy that, right? Human psychology will repeat the same thing over and over again. Just like the Crypto Lifer Cipher I talked about yesterday, history has always been my biggest thing that I've always been big into, right? If you look at history, it always seems to repeat itself, right? This time is not different, guys. We had our initial fall. We hit our top, which I believe we hit our top for Bitcoin at 69,000. And now we are having our fall, which obviously we've had a fall in the last 4 months. And now we've been just consolidating basically for the last month or so, and which is a good sign because with everything going on around the world, the geopolitical events and Russia, Ukraine, everything, to show that Bitcoin, a high risk asset, obviously, is kind of steadily holding its own is a great sign, right? So what I see is, Bitcoin will make its retrace, and it's starting kind of to do that. It's still, like I said, consolidating, but it will retrace back up to about 58,000. And in that retrace, you will see Bitcoin dominance fall, and you'll see alt season begin. And these alts have been beaten down so hard, man. It's like some of these alts are down like 65, 70% since the high a couple months ago. So, I mean, not financial advice, but there's some serious buys out there that are, discount buys for these altcoins. So, especially the altcoins that didn't really do anything during that, bull cycle we had when Bitcoin ran up to 69,000. there's a lot of lagging alts that really didn't do anything. I mean, like it's like 90% of them. So telling you guys, this time is not different. I believe that we will have a retrace for Bitcoin, and you will see Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance fall, and these other lagging alts will have their time to shine, their time in the sun. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying, the signs are all pointing in that direction. So the next thing I want to show you guys, so this is Michael on Twitter. Crypto is growing at 137% a year, while the internet grew at 76%. As I always say, this is the fastest adoption of technology the world has ever seen. This is a quote from, they call macro guru Raw Paul. Raw Paul is a great follow, by the way, on Twitter. He also has a channel. I believe it's, I forget what the channel he runs there. But he's a great follow. This is so true, right? And I've been talking about this on a lot of different videos that I've made. The internet obviously is the base layer for crypto, right? The internet grew from, from the early 90s and now until now. We have a base layer. Everybody has internet. I think it's like, 90 whatever percent of people around the world have internet access, right? So the rate that the internet grew was at 76% back then till now. The rate of crypto growing is at 137%, double, right? The rate of the growth of the internet. And we know how the internet growth went. We all lived through it, so we knew how that went. Guys, crypto is growing at a faster rate, double the rate. This thing, look what we've seen in just in the last year and a half, right? What do you think we're going to see in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? I mean, this thing is going to grow exponentially, and it's going to be, like I've been talking about, we're at a $1.8 trillion market cap. This thing's easily going to $50, $100 trillion market cap, easily. I mean, what do you think the prices of these altcoins or Bitcoin or Ethereum are going to be then? That's why I always say dollar cost average, research, and patience. Those three things, are the biggest things that I can say about being an investor in this asset class. Dollar cost average, slowly get in. You see dips in the market, throws a couple bucks here and there. Don't throw all your money at one thing, expecting to make a quick buck. It's all about being patient, dollar cost averaging, and doing research. If you stay with those fundamentals, you cannot lose in this market, guys. Especially we're in such a young nascency in this market that it's growing so much. I mean, look at that; those numbers. Those speak for themselves, right? Great time to be in crypto, guys. I can't say it enough. So I want to end the video. I just thought this was hilarious. This is John Deaton again. In an election year with 40-year high inflation, we can expect gaslighting at the highest levels of government. The government spending is doing the exact reverse, reducing the national debt. I mean, let's just listen to this real quick and listen to Nancy Pelosi gaslighting us here.
But we have to live in a year where even though the bill's for 10 years, they measure it for 20 years. And
you know what? I don't even want to hear her talk. Let's just read what it says in the clip. When we're having this discussion, it's important to dispel some of those who say, well, it's the government spending. No, it isn't. The government spending is doing the exact reverse, reducing the national debt. It is not inflationary. Like, what? Are we in like, what kind of world are we living in when they say that government spending is not the reason why we're having inflation, right? Printing, what was it, like $9 trillion in a year is not, that can't be the reason why we have inflation, right? No. $30 trillion debt, that can't be why we have inflation. I mean, these people think we're idiots, I guess. I mean, how do you even say this with a straight face is beyond me. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, the gaslighting by politicians, it just never seems to amaze me. It's unbelievable. They will try to lie right to your face and say, no, you're stupid. You should know better. Or you should know better. So, obviously, we know the truth. We know why inflation is happening. Now they're trying to, blame the Russian-Ukraine conflict on everything. That's because gas prices are high. That's because inflation is happening. That's because your cat died, right? I mean, it just, you can't make this shit up, guys. But I will end the video there. Just remember to please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. But remember, I am not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything I write or say as financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. And thanks, guys. And we will see you on the next one.